everything should be good. It always starts this way. Let me double check some things here real quick. I got that tab, got that, got oh my YouTube. Need to make sure YouTube is open so I can make sure for some reason. Is the audio not working for? Hold on, I'm checking something here real quick. Oh, it's working. Okay, there it goes. Um, I will go ahead and put a mute on this. Then I will switch back to this. It's followed by the reference material. I think I'm pretty much done with this piece right here. So let me go ahead and show it right here real quick. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Why is this not working? I'm pressing Alt. Oh, I know what happened. I think my pen tablet screen got... Yeah, that's what happened. I gotta go back to default. There it goes. It had to be recalibrated. All right, let me see here. Let me just make sure everything's working here. Test, test, test. Okay, good. Volume is good. So let me see here. I'm gonna get started in a bit here. Just needed to. There it goes. Okay, now it's working. I had to unplug the thing. All right, cool. So you might be wondering what the heck this cube is. So this is without some of the other details, which I have to merge the horn. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to work on some final prepping of this right here. So what I'm going to do is to show the back of the head and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of assuming what it kind of looks like. I might pull some tufts of whatever. So I'll do some final detailing for this. I want to have it cut right here so it's printed flat like this. So there'll be some support material. This I'm going to make sure I have printed separately. These horns here. There will be some support material here, some support material there, but very minimal overall. That's about 45-ish degrees, so I think that should work out. Yeah, a lot of these details. So there'll be some supports here and there, but very minimal. I can try to do some things to minimize it, but I don't think it's like within like the effort really necessary. So let me go ahead and get started right here. So let me show you the purpose of this box thing that I have right here. The cool thing is I could use a thing called light boolean, and I could change this into a cutter or a separator of sorts. So if you look at this here, I can move it and determine where I want it to be at. All right. Really, this makes the most sense. Don't have to worry about support material too much on these little things right here. It'll be printed. And it could be mounted flat to something. It makes sense. I don't want to be something like this because that means I have to continue along the back with the sculpt, and this is, I'm not saying just because it's third place. I got to keep going. I got to keep working. So that's the purpose for that right there. So let me hop into this piece right here. I'm gonna start merging here. So I'm gonna look for the where'd it go? The horns right here, and the body, which is right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate. I just like duplicating. This is just a lot of stuff right here. So let me see right here. Also, I found out what was going on with my extract tool. Apparently, I forgot to check the history. Use the history to be able for it to like cross-examine, so it could be able to figure out the overall alpha. I forgot that. I just thought it was the simple kind of trace thing, but apparently that's not the case, which is fine. It's good that I know now. Also, I reviewed a bit more of the what is it called? Projection. Like I knew in one process, but I didn't know about the project from history feature. I was so used to the old traditional way of ZBrush of projecting details. It was pretty cool to kind of get a refresher. All right, so let's go ahead and continue here. So, where'd it go? So I already duplicated that. I'm just gonna move this up here. Oh, not that right there. This right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one and merge it down. Where is merge down? Sorry, one moment. Oh, that's stuff. I'm like, I didn't have open. I should really have a UI set up because I could adjust the UI of my Zbrush here. I should have it from sculpting, and then I should have something for print prep, which will be the whole merging, duplicating buttons and stuff like that. Oh, I have merged down right here too. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, let me see here. Undoable operation, yeah, whatever. All right. Then what I'm going to do is, like I did with the head here and the body, I'm going to go ahead and actually merge this. So if you look at, well, maybe not that. So let me turn off the boolean and then. So right here you can see there's obvious separation. So this is where I start combining things and blending them together, which is not difficult. So different subtools right here, they're obviously different. So what I do is I could do this, and I think just merged it. Go back. Okay, wait. Am I on the right thing here? Oh, wait, I didn't press the right thing. There it goes. Oh, and I have that on by accident still. So it's been blended in right here. So if I go back, with Dynamesh, I combined it into one model now. So now I could go ahead and sculpt final detail. So let's go ahead and zoom in here again so you can see what happened. So this is before. You can see there's an obvious separation right here. Let me go ahead and enlarge my brush here so you can. Oh wait, there it goes. So as you can see right here where it goes, it clips into the model. You can see there's like an obvious separation. And then when I go forward, you can see now it's kind of blended in. Now I'm going to go ahead and, I like using the flatten brush. The flatten brush is nice. It has like a fill feature when you use it in the negative. I call it in the negative, but it just kind of, it's like a weird kind of smooth, I guess. It's like a fill brush here. Oops, I forgot. Let me just go ahead and turn the light boolean back on. So, all right, cool. So, where's the smooth? Here it goes. So now that should be the center point of it rotating. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and enlarge this right here. Sorry, I just need to see my reference here to see what is going on with this here. Now, I suppose I could do some little detailing here when I should really. I'm gonna make these horns printed separately. I'm not gonna open the cavity here of the mouth. I'm gonna keep it closed like that so it makes 3D printing it easy. Because if I have it printed like this, then you don't have to worry about support material. This part acts as support. It just makes things easier. This, I wasn't too sure about the back part. I suppose if I want to, I could like touch this up right here. I might do that real quick. I just don't want to spend too much time with kind of all this stuff here, so not trying to go too crazy with it. I might use the standard brush here real quick. Where'd it go? I'm blind. There it goes. I'm just going to add some random noise to it here. So I'm just going to some wig, little squiggle kind of things to it's kind of like a moss here. So I'm just going with varying kind of pressures with it. So it gives this interesting kind of texture. So it's just oh, I did negative by accident there. Oops. When I say negative, I mean subtractive right there. So I'm just trying to, actually, we go to this right here. So now I can just trying to just kind of build it up a little bit right here. Add some interesting kind of detail, you know. Just trying to. It's kind of like a bumpy kind of texture right here. So we'll see how it is right here. Then let's go ahead and bring everything back right here. A little thin right there, but that's fine. I do have to add these little, I forgot about these plates here. I said I was going to add the detail to them, and I can do that real quick. I could I could try to use the stager. There's a feature called stager. It's like you basically can bring it at one angle, and then you can have a setting to switch it back, and you can work on it without having to move it, and keep symmetry and stuff like that. I'm going to actually probably remove this. That's not remove the sphere. I'm going to go ahead and do dynamic right here so I can see what I'm dealing with. I'm just going to add, let me just duplicate this just in case I regret it. I will have it saved as something separate, so maybe I shouldn't have to worry so much. Okay, so I got one line there, another line there. Actually, I don't see how far it's going into it. Okay, that's fine. Let me go ahead and redraw that line, actually. It's like an almond. It's like an almond. So I'm going to go ahead and make this smaller right here. Alright, got that. I actually let me go to transparent right there so I can see what's going on here. Also, maybe make it a little darker. No, brighter. That's fine. All right, so I'm just gonna. Oops. Check this right here. This side does actually look quite nice. All right. I'm just gonna do that right there. Why not? That right there, just kind of making these lines a little more darker or more inset here. There it goes. So let me go ahead and turn that off. That looks fine. I think that's gonna be passable right there. So I think I think that's all the finishing touches I want to do to this. I think. And I don't know. Now it's kind of bothering me here because I'm gonna have to add. Oh, let's do this real quick. Let's add some details right here. I hope I don't fall into this whole detailing stage. More detailing. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of subtract some more into here, I suppose. Just kind of bring this kind of out. I don't know why it's doing that weird thing right there. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. If you look at the side right there, you can kind of see what I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to actually bring out kind of this section right here. Then I'm going to actually build it up a bit. I'm going to actually build it up quite a bit more back here. Something like that right there. Then I'm going to take this and then I'm going to go up with it. So, just going to kind of, actually I should really smooth it out because it seems like it's kind of smoothish. I'm going to also add something right here too along the flesh of this right here. It seems like I kind of missed a part right here. Alright, so bear with me. Alright, so I'm gonna smooth this out. So I'm almost there to just doing the final thing. So after I'm done with this detailing, maybe a little bit of detailing here, maybe something here. I don't want to spend too much time on it anymore. Then I'm gonna go ahead and have it cut back here. Right now, currently, as you can see here, the back section right here, I have it kind of cut with a cube, or just a, not a cube, but some geometry. So it will cut it flush along the back. So that'll be printed flat on the print bed. These horns are going to be separate. So it's going to be 3 pieces, all right? 3 pieces. It's going to be, one is going to be the whole overall kind of body piece, and then the 2 other pieces are the horns. And the horns will be printed separately, but then they will fit into here. And I will go ahead and probably release on YouTube the print time lapse of it. Use my printer here to make the time lapse. All right. So I'm not too much a fan of like how this is not exactly kind of like bulging like it shows in the if you look at the artwork there in the corner. I'm not sure if you can see it, and hopefully I have not like hidden it. So if you look in the corner here, you can't really see it too well, but the mouth right here, the muscle right there, it kind of like sticks out or is raised more. So I'm gonna put that back down. So what I'm going to do, bring my reference back up on my side. I'm not a fan of how that looks, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this. Oh, not that. Just going to kind of like a bullshit. Maybe I'll take the flatten tool and let's just kind of round this out here. It's not so much a jaw, it's more like a strange muscle. So I might use a it needs to go inwards, so I need to probably take the move brush, maybe have a better fall off right here, and then maybe bring this inwards to kind of create kind of that weird kind of muscle bulge right there. I think it's about right. And then, oh, my computer's getting very weird right now. It does have a high number of polys. Let me turn off the boolean. Okay, there it goes. It was boolean. That's why. The boolean, the light boolean at the top there was active still, so that was kind of the reason why it was going all wonky. I'm going to go ahead and smooth this right here. Kind of keep that, and then I will go ahead and actually use this brush right here to kind of carve out these tendon things. That looks better. I will probably also pinch it inwards as well. So BP, is it I? Yeah. And I will use the move again to kind of taper it and bring it upwards. So I think I might have to kind of also kind of inflate this here. It's hard for me to tell what's going on with the kind of the, maybe I'll just inflate it kind of like this here. And then I will go ahead and add this interesting like flesh part to it. And I'm going to take this here and I'm going to carve that out. Right, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, I could do this. It's just winner submission. Don't be too crazy here with the detailing. I got other things I need to work on. Don't think about it. Don't. I know I'm tempted. Don't do it. All right, there it goes. And then I will go ahead and take this, and I'm going to actually use the negative of the thing right there. Actually, a little bit of flatten. There it goes. Then I will go ahead and raise this part up here to create this kind of this split with the mouth right there. We'll dig into it now. And then I will actually go like this across it here. Kind of like that there, I suppose. I could also take the standard brush. The standard brush is nice when you want some sort of weird organic kind of rough kind of thing, I suppose you can say here. So I'm just going to go back and forth with kind of like a negative, I call it. Negative is just subtractive. And then I'm going to actually bring this up more. So I feel like it starts going onto the horn a little bit. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of pizzazz to that right there. Now I have to be careful because it looks like this might be a bit of overhang here, but I can fix that. All right, let me go ahead and that is a little too narrow. And then I will go ahead and add some interesting mask to that. Got that. Okay. I think that will have to do for now for that part. But let me go ahead and deal with this portion right here. I'm going to use the flatten, the inverse of the flatten, to be able to kind of fill the gap in right there, but not get rid of the detail. I'll fill a little bit here as well. And I suppose I will actually go ahead and, just for detail's sake, I know I'm a sucker for just adding more and more detail, make this much longer for myself. I will also smooth out this right here along the neck. This neck seems a little rough or unusual. So I'm just going to go ahead, in my interpretation, I'm just going to kind of, oh, that's a little too strong. Also, I think the fall off needs maybe be better, maybe, perhaps. Or, no, when I say better, I mean smaller. Now, if I, no, that is way too strong. Hold on. Did it do anything? It did. Undo, undo. Yeah, it's very faint. It's not doing what I kind of want it to do, so I'm trying to think about if there's a better brush for this here. Now, I'm going to stick with this, and let's say autosave here. See, it's making this weird divot. I think it's the way, I just got to do fast kind of, like maybe kind of stroke to it right there. Just kind of these weird little sections here. I'm not, you could probably see what I'm, yeah, you can see the detail right there I did. I'm just trying to add these weird kind of, I'm also going to add some negative to certain parts of it right there, kind of bring out certain details, so that's all it is. Just like, it's a lot of kind of layering, I suppose you can call it. And these details I don't think are even on the, that's fine. That right there. I think that kind of makes it more interesting. The piece look more interesting. And then I'm just going to go over it real quick with a larger brush to kind of add some, I suppose, oh, that is way too strong. Way too strong. All right, let's go ahead and try this right here. It's just, now is it too weak now? Okay, wow, isn't that funny how that works? Just kind of some bumpiness, I suppose. All right, okay, I think I think that's it, but oh shit, my battery. I'm using my laptop. Uh, there it goes. Okay, let's just keep going here. I have some little striations here. I gotta tell myself, gotta go really much smaller with it here. Kind of looks like a brain of sorts, I suppose. I'm gonna grab this here, and I'm gonna not like that. I will probably go something maybe like. I'll go with something like that right there, I suppose. All right, I think that's good. I will. It's already did an auto save. What I'm gonna do is I'll put some more depth along the inner side of the cheek here. To kind of bring that muscle out a little bit, to give it a little more kind of depth. I'll jump into this here and also kind of carve that in a bit right there. But then that begs the question is like that seems kind of weird for the mouth with if there's that kind of space right there next to it, and I'll be like, yeah, it's true, and then I'll be like, I'll move that in a bit. And I think, let me see how I like the skull here. I think I gotta add some divots to it. When I say skull, I mean the mouth area here. So I'm gonna just use the my favorite little tool here. The most common tools I'll probably end up using is really the ones here at the top. Not so much ZModeler lately. That's more for topology purposes. The primitives, the curved tubes, yeah, is nice. The curve strap is nice. Really, the most common ones I use are like clay buildup, the damn standard, snake hook. Not really snake hook actually. Snake hook is kind of like second among the tools. So clay buildup, damn standard, standard. Uh, the primitives, the move, and the flatten. Really, those are probably the most common things I use. The other ones are kind of like supplemental for certain things that really I gotta really update it when I look at it. Since I look at it now, I'm like, that's not right. All right, let me go ahead and jump to this one right here. Go in more with it. Then I will jump back to this one, carve this tooth out better. Then I will go ahead. Actually, I will go dynamic right here. Looks funny. So I did this off a sphere. So that's the thing is that you don't have to like actual like spheres are just kind of a fun thing to kind of use. Don't want it to be too crazy, so I'm just kind of taking into consideration the what's it called for 3D printing right now. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure there's not anything too severe that would require like support material. This looks like there's a possible issue with support material, so I'll fill this right here a little bit and then I'll carve into it again real quick. It's just kind of reduce the amount of support material, so I've got to make sure things are kind of like a 50, I suppose. Not 50, 45 degrees or so. So I just got to carve that tooth out again. I'm just trying to reduce the amount of support material. Like this, like, that's all it really is. That's all it is. So I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing too crazy because it's going to be probably laid flat like this. And honestly, this right here could be a 45, but I'm going to... This won't be the end of the world if it doesn't work out perfectly because as I said before, got to keep moving. Then I'll add some bulk to this here. Oh. Yeah, and then I will flatten this because these are kind of what, incisors? Are that what they're called? They're more flat. Then I'll use this standard brush to be able to kind of crispin, I guess you call it, the teeth. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It helps like crispin edges, really. It's really nice, very kind of convenient. If I wanted to, I could add some stridation, some kind of creepiness, I suppose, to it. These are also incisors. See how kind of dull they are? But if I go over with the edge of the teeth, I could kind of bring them out. And then I could use a flatten tool here again, and then I can kind of flatten these out a little bit here, maybe kind of. Yeah, this tooth could be brought in a bit more here. I will probably move this inwards. I'll do something like that. If I want to, I could also do what I did earlier. Just kind of just some. Now I might turn temperature off to be able to kind of. Like that, and then I could take a smaller brush and. That's fine. Let's go ahead and add some little divots, I suppose. I will actually use the standard brush here real quick. I kind of see something I might want to emphasize. Hold on. Now I want to actually pinch in this top part right here because these seem like really kind of close together right here. Seems more kind of demonic in a sense, I guess, if I kind of have it like that. Alright, got that. I guess if I wanted to, I could. This is like a weird intrinsic kind of smile here, so I'm going to actually raise that up right here. Then I'll go over that right there. Then I will actually fill this in right here. I will use the flatten to fill this in a bit. Then I will use this standard brush right here. And then go here, add this part for emphasis again. Because what happened here, looks like I am thinking too hard about this here. That's my problem. I gotta stop doing this. Alright, flatten this a bit here. See round right here. Yeah, that's about right. I suppose I could deepen this a bit here and straighten it. And then I can add another kind of divot here. Then I can add little deep divots along the different parts. Would the standard brush be better for that? It's a little too large. I'll increase the intensity and lower the size of the brush, and then I could add these little divots. Is that right? Suppose right here, and then be a little too wide still, because it's not getting me these like maybe oval divots. Hmm. Just add some of this here and then that right there. All right, smooth. Maybe a little larger actually. That's too large. Too large! All right. It's looking pretty nice right there. I can always go over with a pinch tool if I need to. If I go to the pinch tool, actually, BPI for pinch, I could taper them a bit so that they... Now I know symmetry is on, but I can't be picky right now. I really am not liking this build up here. This monster has not been brushing its teeth properly. No. Alright. I have the other two monsters I have to finish. So this I have to keep going. I'm not happy. See, that's the thing. You go into this kind of cycle here, and I don't think it's kind of good and kind of bad. It's like a double-edged sword, I suppose you can say. And I think you just gotta like nip it. Sometimes you gotta be like, nope, you can't. You gotta stop working on this. Got other things to do. Alright, that's fine. Alright, okay. That's it. Don't think about it anymore. Let's go ahead and do the final touch. Now let's do the final bits of slicing for this here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually duplicate that. And I'm going to make sure I have that here. So I'm going to start merging and subtracting the different subtools. Right here. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Did I duplicate these? I did not duplicate these yet. So I'm going to save these as a prep file, and then I'm going to save it as a 3D with like less subtools. Oh, what the heck did I just move? I will move this one here. So I'm just going to organize that. There's the folders feature, and I should probably use that. I will duplicate these horns. That up there. I'm just, yeah, these are the same, right? Yeah. Move this one up here. Now I'm going to actually just duplicate this box as well, and then move this up here. Okay, so I think I got all the body parts right here that I'm going to use to merge right here. So, all right, let's go ahead and start merging here, I suppose. I'm going to file, save as. This is my prepping file, which I already have this called as. So I'm going to save that. Yes, replace that file. File, save as. I'm going to call it 5, which is the 3D print file. Okay. All right. So this is actually one of the more simpler parts, I suppose. I could try to have them all combined, and then I could use the live boolean function to do everything at once. But I kind of like to have like even control of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me see here. I'm going to merge all the parts that are going to be added. So to do that, I just have to take this and I'm going to just merge it. I could do Boolean, but no, I might as well use the Dynamesh feature. I'm going to go ahead and go merge down. Okay. There. Then I'll merge down again to have the teeth added. There it goes. So it's all one solid color now except for the horns and the box right here. So what I'm going to do, if you look closely here, I'm going to, hold on. Something is, come on. I'm not liking how this looks here. Sorry. Just like it feels like something is off with this here. Like I need to do something more here. Sorry, just do that, do that. I guess I could tweak it when it's okay. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now let me just go ahead and just Dynamesh this here. Boom, alright. It's been Dynamesh, you can see that's been combined right here. Alright. Now everything's been combined. Now let's go ahead and start doing the slicing. Now I gotta check these horns here because these horns don't have the best of connection, I guess you could call it, to this right here. Oh, what the heck happened here? Did I not smooth this out earlier? That's fine right there. That's fine right there. I'm going to go back to the standard brush here. Oop, that is masking I'm doing. Now it's important that I also, sorry, looking at this here because this thing's bothering me. Yeah, apparently I did not smooth this out earlier. Hold on. I think the stepping is a little off. Okay. Smooth. Okay, I think that's fine right now. That's fine. All right. Okay, back as I was saying here, I got to make sure there's a sufficient amount so it's not like a thin edge right here from the connection. Just need to make sure it's like being held in well. So I'm just going to kind of make this kind of bulge out right here. Let me go to this here. I want to make this flat, so I'm going to use the flatten brush. And I'm going to use the fill feature of it to do that. Because what I'm going to end up doing is I kind of want to see where it kind of intercepts, I guess, into the thing right there. Let me go ahead and actually smooth this here as well. Hold on. Okay. Let me check again. Checking, checking, checking. I'm going to move this a bit. It's just all kind of important because when I 3D print, I don't want it like it clipping out the sides of it, causing little holes within the head portion here. All right, let's go ahead and now I'm going to do a subtraction. Is that a good idea to do subtraction? Oh, whatever. I will do what I want. All right, let's put the horns over that because I'm going to turn this into a subtraction. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put this into a folder here. Actually, this might be easier than a folder. Ready, print, prep. So I don't have to be like fishing around. All right. Now I'll make this into subtractive. That's subtract. That's whatever. So now if I go to here, oh, what did I do? Oh, I had, there it goes. Now this part is cut out right here because that's the overlap right here. That's the overlap right here that's getting cut off from the other model. So what I would do is this. So I would accept this boolean, which I go down here to the boolean here, and I would make boolean mesh. It's going to take a while. It's going to process. It shows at the top of the screen. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and append those ones right in there, and of course it goes to the very bottom, and I don't want that. Make it go back up again. Put it in here. I know the naming of my stuff is atrocious. But now what I can do is I can click this here with this thing here. Wait, wrong button. Oh, apparently they are different subgroups. So mirror and weld. Oh, that is not what I'm trying to do. There it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So I'm going to look at it this way right here. There might be a little bit of support material. I could always bend this in so it's less of a severe degree. I could take it out like this, and then I can taper it, and then I could flatten the bottom. I want to use this as a kind of key to cut into the model. So when I 3D print it, I could 3D print these separate. Wait, am I? It's not. Oh, it's not mirrored. Good thing I found that early. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. Then I would. Oh, I do not have local on. It'd be something like this here. So what I'm doing here, I made kind of a key here so that it's a decent amount of grab right there, grip, I guess you can call it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull this back to kind of subtract and pull it again. And now it's like kind of this weird intrinsic. The nice thing about it, it's kind of keyed here. When I mean by keyed, I mean it has like a divot so it will fit in. Normally what you would want to do is you would want to have it flat along certain parts to be able to like fit into the piece. But if there's an unevenness to the perimeter of it, that's actually kind of the way it's going to help lock in place. So I'm just going to probably Dynamesh this. Actually, I want to increase the resolution a bit. Let's go to 150 or 160. That's fine. There it goes. There it goes. So now the way it is here, this is important because I can't just cut away from it. I actually have to inflate it a little bit and then cut into the model so that I can, so that it will actually be able to fit. You understand, if you just cut it straight up, you know, you don't give it a little bit of inflation to the part that's going to connect into, then it's going to actually not line up because it shares the same wall. You want to make up for, also you gotta understand the 3D printer has a bit of like a tolerance, like it may be off by, it might be 0.1 off. So it's important that you scale it up a little bit. So if I bring this back here, I'm gonna hide this box here so you can see what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to flip this horn so it's under this because the horn is it's fine the way it is. It's perfect now, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look in here so I can see how it's clipping by turning this into a subtractive mesh right here. Make sure that's positive. And now you can see how it's what am I saying? It's overlapping, or it's overlap point, or how it's intercepting into the model here. See how it's uneven? It will fit the way it's supposed to. So if it was a perfect cylinder, or tapered cylinder, or anything that's completely rounded, then it's not gonna, like, how do I say this? You have to make sure it's positioned right when you put it in. This will automatically position when you place it in. That's why you usually see square keys. Square keys are like absolute. Any kind of thing. It could even be triangles. But honestly, it's like that's not the kind of the point of this here. The thing is, though, I'm not a fan of how thin this is right here along the edges. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to inflate this a bit more because I don't know, some people's printers may not be able to kind of deal with such a thin kind of perimeter. I call it perimeter, but I'm going to. So this is kind of the important part. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. B-I-N-G-O. And what I'm going to do is, the cool thing is I can actually, wait, what the heck is going on here? Am I on the right subtool here? Oh, no wonder I'm not on the right subtool. No wonder it was doing the opposite. I'm not on the correct subtool. So I can actually, I can inflate this a bit more so that I can have a larger, so it's a good preview mode, you can call it. It's good preview mode. There it goes. I'd like that better, and people will have a better probably printing experience with this if I do it like that. I'm not worried about like how it looks, but now I'm kind of getting a little subconscious about it. I want to make this here. I'm going to add all sorts of weird texture to it now. Now I'm going to smooth this out. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, one moment. Let's go ahead. I'm not. I want to take this here and. Okay, that's fine. That should be fine. It tapers in, so I know it gets kind of thicker. This tapers in as well. I could make this smaller here, but I got to be careful about making it too small. So let me go ahead and take this here. I'm going to bring this out a little bit. Just kind of thicken it up a little bit. There it goes. Now I think there shouldn't be much of an issue when it's printing this part right here. There might be a bit of issue of this edge right here, but it's fine. So let's go ahead and talk. Let's go ahead and go into that thing I told you earlier about inflating the B-I-N. Hold on. This could be a little. Okay. So as I was saying, hold on. There it goes. That's fine. Okay. That's better. Okay. As I was saying here, now if I look at this here, you'll see you have to look real close at it. Then I have to switch to the other subtool, which actually, what was the other? How did I switch between the? Oh, there it is. Just looking through here real quick. Is it called polysphere? No. U-mesh. Here it is. There it goes. Okay. Now if I go to the deformation right here, and I go to the inflate, you can see how the hole gets larger or it can shrink. All right, that's I'm inflating or deflating the horn model right here. All right, let me undo that because I want to be kind of precise with this here. So just not even precise. It's just a matter of like, just a little bit. So if I, what the heck? Why is it not? Oh, I click smooth instead of. I'm like, why is it not working? All right, it was inflate. Here it is. I might even just go to that. Maybe just 4 will do. So there's a way to test this, all right? I go ahead and like let go of it, all right? I increase by 4 or whatever. So what I like to do is to confirm that I'm going to go to this here. I'm actually going to cut the back of it off as well. So let me go to, so you may be wondering what I'm talking about here. I want to bring this cube back, have subtractive on, so I could cut this off at the same time. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and approve this. So I'm going to make a Boolean mesh. It's loading there at the top. You can see the progress. All right, there it goes. All right, so now so it makes a separate mesh. Remember I said before with the horns, I have to append it. Go down here, bring that there, and of course at the very bottom, I got to really clean this up. It's a mess at times. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that. Going to make sure the horns aren't subtractive anymore. Hide the cube. Now what I can do is, oh, whoops. I can see if there's like a gap here. Oh, I haven't inflated still. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. You got to make sure deflate it. You can see there's like a little gap here, right along here. It's like a perfect gap too. If I was actually to, I could probably demonstrate if I just cut this in half right here. So what I mean by that is if I take this here, BSR for select rectangle. Oh, am I undoing by accident? Okay. You can see in this cross section here, how, see, there's like a little gap here. So this is like the surface right here, and this is the between the other surface. So there's tolerance. There's a type of tolerance. See, you could actually see. Actually, let me turn off. Oh, there, yeah, whatever. If you look here, you can see how that is split. And I've had dynamic on off for a while. Whoops, that's fine. It's okay, but see right here, there's like a little gap. That might be plenty for what I need. My printer would be pretty accurate. So let me go and. So that means this is technically ready for 3D printing. I just have to decimate it now. You might be wondering what decimation is. Decimation is basically reducing the amount of poly points, but not so much a sculptable surface, but more for the point of 3D printing. So let me go ahead and so these horns are the sliced ones. Yeah, that's right. So what I'm going to do is make another folder. And maybe duplicate. Hold on. So 1, 2. I don't exactly need a bounding box, but I'll just change the dimensions in the slicer. I could do some rough. I could just have it. Just use whatever it gives me. A bounding box is kind of necessary if you have certain kind of size you have in mind with better control, or even if you bring in certain. That's another thing for another time. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm going to duplicate that and the horns. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the box, out of the thing right here. Did I move it out at all? Hold on. No, I did not. There it goes, and wait. There it goes. Okay. Let me go ahead and make a new folder. Decimated. 3D print file, and I know I have caps lock on. So what I'm going to do is move that up here. Now this is the easiest part of it all you do is you just go to your Z plugin. Let's bring this over here. All right, and then what I'm going to do is you can see it work in progress. So right now it's very high poly right now. But if I go ahead, actually, can I do? Oops, Control W. There it goes. Can I get a light color here? There, that's a little better. Okay, very high in density right here, okay? So what you do is you go to, don't even worry about 3D Print Hub, that's like kind of last thing, and that's like, you see the size dimensions and stuff like that, don't worry. It's the Decimation Master, I think it's called. Yeah, here it is. So what you do is, you just, what you want. Right now it's at 1.395. That's way too much in this case. We can go for a target poly count of, the smaller is, the greater the difference it is from what it is currently to what you want, will, be longer loading. Let's go with 30K. And let's go ahead and do a pre-process current. All right, so it's analyzing it, so you can see at the top right there. It's processing. What time is it right now? Oh, dang. How long have I been streaming? Almost an hour. So this is good. So this is an hour for this one here. I'm hoping it'll be an hour for the next. Or probably even less. Okay, cool. So it doesn't show anything yet until I do decimate current. It will load it, and then it will, there it goes. What's going on here? I have multiple on. Okay, so let's look at it real quick. Wait, I had the wrong one on. No, 1, 2, 3. Wait, what was I just on? What? Sorry, hold on. I don't know what happened here, because for some reason I think I was on the wrong subtool when I did it. That might explain why I was so fast in doing what I was doing. Let's try that again. So I think I'm on the right subtool here. Let's go ahead and... Hey, dog, stop it. Let's try that again. All right, it should be 30K polys. Decimate that. Pre-processed current. Let's try that again. You know what? If it doesn't work, I might have to do Dynamesh real quick to make sure everything is merged properly. That might be the issue. We'll see here in a bit. Reordering writing to disk. Okay, so let's go ahead and do decimate current. It didn't do anything. What the? Okay, what I want to do is this. I want to, instead of doing the K polys, I'm going to use the decimation of amount. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this amount. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to actually do a Dynamesh. That is way too low of a Dynamesh here. Hold on. I'm going to go raise this up to, let's say that right there, and then try that again. Oops. Got rid of a lot of detail there. Alright, that's better. Alright, cool. Now everything is pretty... Yeah, okay. Now let's go ahead and try that again. Now it should be fine. And I'm going to use the percentage as opposed to typing it in manually. Normally I just do like 50. I'll do... Okay, if it's that amount, I might have to go to like 15%. Is that right? Yeah, let's do 15. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn this on right here so we can see what's happening. Well, you won't see it right away. Pre-process current. Oh, you know what? I did polys instead of points. Maybe that was the issue. Yeah, this one's a reasonable amount of time right here. This should be fine now. All right. Oh, yeah, I have live boolean on as well. Let's go ahead and do decimate current. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, it's lower now. So if I zoom in a spot right here, okay, if I do undo, see how many squares you can see there? But see how much larger they are in their triangles? This is a mesh you would not want to sculpt on. All right. Now it seems to be pretty high in count still, so I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it by 15% again. Let's just make sure we look at it here to see that the detail's still retained. It is. So let's go ahead and do another 15%. Pre-process current. 15% of that. So if it's 20,000, so that puts another half. That should be about 30,000, I think. Oh, it's already did it. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch back to this here. Let's zoom in right here so we can see the change. I do decimate current. See, it's much larger. So let's go back. See, very dense. And then less dense. But the question is like, now for a 3D print file, this isn't too bad right here. It's lost some detail in the teeth though. But this is, it's 41,000, which that's, actually look at the back here. You'll see this is pretty interesting here. Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. See, it's like really big triangles. Since it's flat, it doesn't need that thing and just kind of ties into very heavy points. So this, the fact that it's losing quite a bit of detail, I might have to go back one step. And then I'm going to go to maybe, let's go 30% of it. Let's go ahead and do that pre-process current again. It's loading it. It's like the relaxing point of this whole thing. The computer takes care of it this time. All right, let's go ahead and decimate current. Triangles are bigger, but not too crazy big. It's at 79,000 points. Still kind of a dense kind of thing here for 3D printing, but it does still retain the detail, a lot of the detail. Really, it's a matter of the surface quality. Now, you won't see all these kind of divots and stuff like that unless maybe you were using a resin 3D printer, maybe. But in this case, I think this might be a fine resolution. Honestly, I think this might be good. I'm going to jump to the horns here. I'm going to make sure I name one left to right. We're going to do the kind of the same thing right here. So right now, it's at 62,000, which isn't bad. But in this case, it doesn't really need that many. So let's go. Let's do 50 and see how that looks. I always sometimes usually like to work in like 50% or half. Let's go pre-process current. Then let's go ahead and do decimate current. So as you saw earlier, it was at 62, a little more than 62,500. Now it is about 31,000. Let's go ahead and check to see what the resolution looks like here. It will do. Maybe this is fine right here. All right. So I think this is good right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask this right here. Oh, I have symmetry on still. I'm like, why did it do that? Hey, dog. Shh. She's licking her paws. Okay. I want to split mask points. And now I have them all separate. So technically, this model is ready for 3D printing now. So let me go ahead and bring back. So I got 3 different pieces. I'll name them accordingly. Renaming them isn't difficult, and it'll be printed flat like this. All right, so if you can print under 100 microns for like this part right here, should be fine. And then these things could be turned over so they could be printed flat right here. You can all do that in the slicer. So let's go ahead, save this. Let's move to the next piece. I want to finish that piece as well. That one should be a lot faster because there's very little I have to change with it. I just have to close the mouth, refine some of the teeth, and I guess I could call it done. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to save this here. File, save as. I'm going to save that right there. But I'm also going to do this real quick. I want to do it right now. File, save as. I save a lot of files. It could be pretty ridiculous at times. 3D print final reduced, I call it. So I call it reduced because I get rid of all the unnecessary stuff I used to build earlier. So I can close this folder, not close, but I could minimize it. Then I'm just going to go down this here and just delete. Because I have it saved in a separate folder. I want this one just to have the high poly version and the the decimated one. So the 3D print ready file. I'm just going to go through here and just delete. Maybe there's a faster way of doing this, but I'll just always say okay, whatever. Then delete. There. Now it's been reduced. Now I'll go ahead and do file, save as again, and do reduced again. Yes. All right. Now let's hop over to the second place winner. So this file is 3D print ready now. I'm not going to show the process of putting the slicer and stuff like that. There's plenty of videos online about that, but I don't have my thing ready for me to be switching to other kind of windows for that, which it won't take long, but that's another thing separate. Okay, so let's go to, it looks like this one right here. I already saved it. It's all good. All right, now it looks funny right here because as I said before, it's just going to be a bust, and since it has nothing much going on here, so I will go ahead and actually hide this right here. So you can see kind of the rest of it right here. It's supposed to have a tail and stuff like that, but the winner of second place is supposed to be a half figure. So really it's supposed to be along the middle here. But the 3D print file that will be made available for people to 3D print on, in this case, it will be my mini factory. I'm only going to have up to like the shoulder here, which I'll show you in a bit. So see this here? So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to just, for the 3D print files, I'm going to basically just close the mouth is what I'm going to do. Close the mouth, fill it, and then work on some slight detailing, and then have it, well, 3D printed. And in this case, it's going to be 3D printed. So let me go ahead and show the light boolean. See? Just like this here. Oops. So come on. So it's be printed like this. So if I really do this right, I could try to reduce the amount of print material by just closing the jaw so it's more at a less steep angle. But there's gonna be support material regardless, since it has spikes and stuff like that. I could still move this box here. Actually, let me just bring this back. Click. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. So what I mean is, click this back on. I could move this back still. See, I could change it if I want to. It's kind of cool because it shows like how it can like trim it. It does such a good job with the Boolean function. It's so nice. But really, I'm just gonna have it go up to like right here. Let's go ahead and start working on closing the mouth and stuff like that. So I'm gonna I think I already have this. Yeah, print prep. I already have it called print prep. I'm gonna just go and take the visible subtools. Is there a visible subtool thing where I can go ahead and do auto reorder? Alt to target, alt to home. They should really take the visible subtools or things that are selected and have it be able to auto organize it so it's all put at the top. Or maybe that's just a me problem. Gonna move that up, move this up. It's gonna be the same kind of process here, but I'm gonna do some final kind of detailing with it. Move this cube up as well here. This stuff I don't really need. Let me go ahead and let me just not duplicate. I'm going to make the folder. This is the 3D print high res. Move that there, move that there, move that there. All right, so now I can just control the visibility of it if I want to. Yeah, see, there's before and after of the details right there. All right, so let's go ahead and just do what I said I was going to do here. Actually, I'm actually going to duplicate this here. I want this one to be separate because I'm going to be closing the mouth. That one right there. Suppose the teeth as well. I guess I should have duplicates of everything, actually. And then yeah, that's fine, right? Oh, that's not it. There it goes. Now I can just go ahead and hide these again. Then yeah, now I gotta make sure I specify here. I'm gonna open this folder. I'm gonna put another folder here. Not rename. No. I should really name these though, man. I have such a bad habit. All right. I'm here. Let's go ahead and do a new folder. This is open model. Open. Because I'm going to be sending this file to the person that won the contest. So open mouth version. This won't be 3D print capable because it will have overlapping geometry, but he will also have the 3D print file. So he can do whatever he wants with this file, the one that has the open mouth version. It's not, oh, I put 4. I don't know why I accidentally put 4 for some reason. All right, let's go to this here. So these are all merged in the file here. I can hide, close that. I suppose at this point I could probably delete these other ones. I don't really need these other parts. I do have the open mouth version, which is kind of all I need. So I'm going to delete these other ones while I'm here. Let me just double check that real quick. So if I had the visibility of this here, and I open the visibility of this here. Oh, I don't have anything visible with it here. There it goes. For anyone just kind of check it in here. So this is the second place, gets half figure, so cut that off. But then I'm just going to submit this one to the winner because it's supposed to be only a half figure. The extra bit of that body is just something separate. Oh, I don't have the reference there at the bottom for you to see. Hold on, let me just change that real quick. I still have the third place. Second place is right here. Oops. Is that right? Yeah. There it goes. And then I don't have the other picture, so I'm going to pop up that. That's you. Don't worry about that in the corner right there. I'm going to change that. That's going to be the first place winner, so I'll do some final details of that. Whoa! My chair just hit the trash can. The trash can hit the lever, which dropped my seat. Hold on. Okay, hold on. There it goes. Okay, cool. That surprised me. That my chair broke. Like I'm not that heavy. Pretty good shape. I'm what 6'4.5" to 23. A little too tall for the chair, I think. Let me see here. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, that's right. The image right there. I need to change the image. Second reference, I call it. So you can see what it is. So this is the thing that the person submitted. Right there. So there's not going to be any long tail added to it and stuff like that. Second place winner, so it's only the half figure, which is up to basically the belly button. The other part is just extra, so you just kind of see what it is. I'm going to minimize this a bit. All right, and this doesn't seem to be fitting well along the side here. There it goes. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. I put a big old 2 there for the winner. Okay, so all I'm going to do is, so I have the separate files right here, and this seems like it's correct. So since I have the open mouth version, I'm going to hide that, and then I'm going to pop that open. So I'm just going to close the mouth, subtract the, wait, where'd the thing go? Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Here's the cube. Okay. All right, there it goes. Okay, so let's continue right this here. So, I'll probably add. There's not really for me to add. I think it's just for me to close the mouth. So let's go ahead and I'll demonstrate that real quick, and I'll also take. Since there's not going to be since his mouth is going to be closed, I'm going to remove the tongue. I suppose in theory, hold on, let me just check at the angle. I'm just going to close the mouth. Make it easier on everyone's lives. All right, so let's see here. Because I could have the half of the head cut off, have that print separately so you have less support to print, but nah. Okay. Okay, let's just close this mouth here. So what I'm going to do, and I'm on the open mouth version. That's not good. Oh, he's missing his teeth. There it goes. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask. Also, maybe polygroup. What's it looking like here? All right. So I'm going to mask this right here. So what's the button again? BML? Yeah, it's lasso. So I want to polygroup the head and the jaw so I don't have to keep masking precisely. So almost, whoa. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just going to do that. So you have kind of like the skull shape right here. So BMP, or is it K for pen? It's K. Then I'm going to refine this a little bit. And that's not what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to just kind of refine the masking a bit here. I think I'm going to separate the BML for the lasso again. Now that's the problem because it just got that again. Sorry, just gonna be a bit more. Oh! Thought I switched it. There it goes. Alright, that's fine. Right there. Alright, so there's a polygroup here. Wait, this looks funny though. It's kind of speckled, which is weird. Alright, let's go ahead and do group mask. Now that's purple right there. Now I'm gonna hide this. That's about right there. So now what I'll do is I'll hide this as well. I don't know why this is so speckled. So what I'm going to do is this, just to make things... Oh my gosh, that was backwards. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just going to mask, bring that back, invert the mask. Hey, stop it. Hey. Shoot. B M. I don't know why I'm like having a big old brain fart. There it goes. This is just all part of the process here. You know, if you're good at masking, you're good at polygrouping, you're gonna have a better time with let me just... Now if I go to group mask, there it goes. Now that's that. Then I'll go ahead and do, oops, not that. Now I have this separate now. Now let me go ahead and just get the jaw here. That is not what I'm trying to do. BML. I should really say stop showing me that message. I don't know, I just have this bad habit. That is not it. Now this just makes things easier to be able to control. That's all it is here. Then I'll do a group mask again. Now I don't have to worry too much about having to like select and lasso and stuff like that and repeat over and over again. So okay, let me go do dynamic again. All right, so that there. So watch, I can show you real quick what I mean by that. I might actually want to close the mouth here. What I mean, because what's the point of having that there if I'm going to end up closing the mouth? You know what I mean? Change of plans. Let's go ahead and get rid of this part right here. Because what's the point? I might as well bridge it. So what I mean by bridge it is... I still have that dumb thing there. BMK. There it goes. I'm just going to... So what I'm going to do is... Oh, not sculpt. I'm trying to mask. Mask all of this inner mouth here. So I can actually polygroup it and then actually delete the mesh and then bridge it. Just closing this kind of this unnecessary thing. So kind of, I won't do all of it. Okay, so I think that's good right there. I'm going to go ahead and polygroup this here. There it goes. Then I'm going to go to here. And then I'm going to actually delete this, which I had. Oh, I should really enlarge this window here. There it goes. Then I'm going to actually delete hidden, close the hole. And interesting. I guess it's too far away. I'm just going to leave it open then for a time being. Delete the hidden, which is already deleted. Let's go ahead and bring back, so it's not that. I'm going to take this tongue thing right here. What the heck? Okay, there it goes. Now, since it's not going to have his mouth is going to be closed, I don't need the tongue there, so I'm just going to delete that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to polygroup the bottom teeth from the top teeth so I can easily just select and close the mouth. So, oh, that is not what I'm trying to do. BML. I got a walk earlier and polygroup. So I guess you can't see right here. Oh, I guess they're all one polygroup right now. What's going on here? Oh, I have light Boolean on. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the auto group. No. Group mask, group mask. Let's do that again. There it goes for two different. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to here. I'm going to select the jaw. I don't need this on right here. Keep pressing the wrong button every so often. So I'm going to mask. Then I'm going to actually lessen the mask a little bit to give it some flexibility here. There it goes. I think that's good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the move gizmo. It's like a you want to use it like kind of, you're going to move this to like the joint area here. Make sure it's positioned properly. And then I'm going to turn on the different subtools. I'm going to highlight those teeth as well. Oops. And apparently I have something else selected here, which I gotta get rid of this here. Oh, oops, I accidentally selected the... Oh, I know what I did. Okay. I'm like, whoops. There it goes. Oh, interesting. Hold on one moment. Gotta click the control. Alright, let's try that again. Let's see. Is it better? There, it's better. I might want to actually reduce this to a low poly. Turn off that right there. Yeah, that looks pretty menacing right there, and I could easily just kind of put a cylinder and combine it. I guess I could also tilt the head forward, so maybe I'll do that as like a bit of extra thing here. We will see, but I'll just want to combine the head here real quick. Suppose what I can, well, I gotta probably combine the things first. What I want to do is I'm gonna undo this here real quick. The reason why I say undo, because I want to actually duplicate this just in case things go south. Go back to this here. Redo. I think that'll have to do for right now with that. So let's go ahead and just continue. Just can't stop right now. Can't stop, won't stop. I think that maybe I don't have to tilt the head actually. I'll just pull the rest of the face or the neck up. Whoops. I'm gonna actually invert the mask. If I could remember the button. Kind of like that, maybe. That kind of makes more sense. So the problem is I think it kind of messes with certain kind of details. So I'm gonna pull all of it up. One moment. That's better. Okay, so I don't have to do like much cleanup at all now at this point. So let's go ahead and fill this mouth cavity right here. So I'm gonna probably, let me see here. My brain is, I'm having a big old brain fart here. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and we'll just do close hole here. Let's do a, that's fine. I could just polygroup. So what I'm gonna do, I might do this here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just take this primitive here, or maybe not. Let's see if I could just use a flatten to fix this here. No, that is not working. Yep, I'm just gonna have to use the method I was thinking about earlier with the Dynamesh. I'm going to take the primitive here. Yeah, primitive. I want to go ahead and take the insert sphere. What I'm going to do is, just going to take this here. I'm just going to just basically elongate it so it fits the cavity of the mouth here. That would just be like my plug for it. That's about right. This thing is not. I think that's better. Then I'm going to. Now I'm going to go ahead and Dynamesh this here. Then I'm going to take this flat and I'm going to fill it in. Let's just see. Let's go ahead and fill this in right here. Just kind of filling this cavity. Let me. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, now I'm Dynamesh this again. Oh my gosh, I keep pressing the wrong thing here. I want to raise this part up. Just gonna mask this part right here real quick. Sorry. There it goes. Now I can fill this in without an issue. There it goes. That was unnecessary. There it goes. That's better. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to inflate that. B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-O. My question is, I'm worried about this part right here. There might be a bit of some kind of pinching here. So this is all a part of the process here, so keep that in mind. Oh, shoot. So I'm just going to have to take this here and cut. Oh, not that. Luckily, it's pretty good. It seems like there might be a little bit of a pocket here. That's not the end of the world, and I don't think there's going to be an issue. I'm just going to inflate. That inflate is kind of like the go-to tool to just kind of close anything. And I'm just going to Dynamesh here. There, close that up right there. That looks pretty good. Then bring the teeth back, and then I'll go and do a live boolean. And I think I almost have a complete little bust sculpt here. So the teeth is the thing, though. So I think this is where the part I'm going to do a little bit of detailing, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is, let me duplicate this here just in case I regret this later or something. And I have something back that's saved to come back to, since I'm not going to save the undo history at all. I want it to look a little more menacing, so what I mean by that is I'm going to, what is happening here? Okay, it is flipping. Just very slightly. Oh, that's why. I'm like, why isn't it working? Okay. So I'm going to make this a little more menacing, I suppose. So what I mean is I'm just going to take this here. Oh, my document's getting smaller for some reason. When I say document, I mean my... just kind of bring this out right here a little bit. Suppose I could do something like this here. Just kind of move this around a bit. And then I'll fill in certain parts and readjust the gum line. So the issue here now, if I print it like this, no, I guess there is no issue. I guess I just have to make sure that the thing is kind of, just have to go back to this one right here and then just fill in the gap here. So, oops, when I say gap, I mean use the flatten and just kind of fill this in right here. I suppose I could use the standard brush and bring, ooh, not that. That's fine. My issue is more or less the top teeth, so they don't have like an overhang of sorts. This one might have an overhang, but I can't really do too much about that. It's just be a little bit of support material to remove. This one's going to have some support material probably. Let's check. Yeah, see, that's my issue right there. So I have to bend these teeth inwards to be able to kind of reduce that issue here. I'm just trying to make the 3D printing of this a lot more manageable. So this may not be like the true accurate representation of the model, but at least this will be fun to print. So I'm just going to take this here and bring this inwards, this tooth in. So it's a little mix of like a relief piece, I guess you can call it. If you don't know what a relief like sculpt is, it's kind of like the things you see on as coins and stuff like that, just like details that don't kind of make sense. But this is just the point of just making sure it prints without like issue. Just make it easier on everyone in that sense. And myself, when I print, I could actually show the face without it being hidden behind like a stack of support material. This is not like the most like realistic in the sense, but that looks better. And if I bring this back right here and bring this tooth here, all right, cool. Now if I look at it again, now see how the teeth aren't like going straight down? Okay, there is that one tooth I see in the very back. Hold on. This one might need to be brought in a bit. And then I'll flatten. This should be more print friendly now. So if I look around, the teeth kind of hug the piece a little better. I want to go back to this piece and actually start kind of adding some detail back into the kind of this here for like kind of like some sort of gums. That's fine right there. There it goes. All right, so that looks print friendly. Now the only issue is this part right here. So I'm gonna just hug these in right here as well. Same kind of deal with the teeth. It's gonna like there's gonna be support material regardless. I think along these things here, unless I like blend it in. So that's where the flattening tool comes in. So the flattening tool. And oh my gosh, it's getting really dark in here. I don't have my light on. Okay. Gonna go blind. All right. I could go ahead and just kind of do this right here, I suppose. I can be able to reduce some of this. So I could probably reduce the support material for these things and just have support material from here. So there's not, but there's gonna be support. See, these are like the things you have to like kind of consider. There might be a little bit of support material right there. I could pull up. Now this is where if I turn the piece more like this, that I might be able to get away. But I think I've reduced a lot of support material as it is, and I think this is wait, this is actually kind of an issue right here. See, it's like when you're evaluating it, you just want to be kind of done with it, but then if you're trying to 3D print it, there's a lot more work that's put into. It's like almost like an unnecessary amount of effort trying to make sure everyone enjoys printing it. So I'm just trying to 45 it, I guess you can call it. A good printer can actually do really well with Alright, hold on, flatten this right here. Sorry, there it goes. Maybe kind of softening the details a little bit, but move this in a bit. This detail for the moving kind of adds detail to it, which is kind of convenient. I think I'm almost done with. I could possibly almost even merge it. I could leave this alone. This actually looks kind of neat. That's fine. There's gonna be support material here and there. I think it's kind of not a losing battle. I just gotta keep working. I want to work on that first place piece. See if I can put some final touches on it, and then 3D print it. Oops. I need to finish. I'll be out of town Shift. Yeah, I think just gonna have to, as its phrase, bite the bullet with this one here. I suppose I could have it go right here. That might be good right there, as opposed to what? That? Yeah, that might be better right there. It kind of has the focus on the head right here. And then, what is, can I angle this here? That might be the better option right here. Maybe I like that better. So that's kind of the freedom I have right here. Oh, hey, Brian Locke. Twitch. Yeah, that's Twitch. Okay. Hey, Brian Locke on Twitch. 815. It's been a while since you pop in here and there, and then all of a sudden you like I say hi, and then you're like gone. But it's good. It's good seeing you. You know, good having you pop up. Just working on these pieces here. I'm going to 3D print, and I don't know about having it available for viewing. I've considered. What I just click on? Oh, that's what I had. I don't have the right subtool. There it is. But yeah, I think I could probably Dynamesh this and call it maybe done. But really overall, this is what the piece is. I already showed the Dynamesh process and the other process on the third winning piece. I feel like I just got to move on to the next piece, and then when I have the other piece 3D printing off to my side, you know what? Maybe that'd be something I could do. I could maybe have the 3D printer be going. I could have a camera, since I could actually stream the camera from the printer while it prints. We'll see. I don't know. I have to think about that. But back to Brian Locke again. But great seeing you again, Brian Locke. I hope you're doing well. So I'm going to save this here. I won't finish the file, but this is technically what it is. All I have to do is maybe a Dynamesh and a U-mesh, a Boolean feature, and then decimate, and then done. But I showed that earlier with the other model. I want to move on to the Manticore one. All right, so let me see here. I'm gonna do save as. We can call it a print prep still. Maybe not call it print prep. Let me call it file number 5 for the step I'm in. I'll call it 3D print. There it goes. All right, now let's go to the first place. See, I have a lot of files here from this bloody art contest. I'm going to end up deleting them, of course. I hope. You know, you gotta understand. I have Avatar Last Airbender characters. I have like Iroh remastered. I have like 3 different forms of Iroh. I have the my first version of Iroh, then my second, then my third, and I still have like the previous save files. I have Toph. You know, I have I have other characters from other things, and oh my goodness, I guess I'm just not used to like deleting things, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing, double-edged sword kind of thing. All right, so let's see here. Oh yeah, this third place right here. What do you say? Would you like to save changes? I saved it already. Yeah, 3D print file. It's saved already. It just always asks that every single time. All right. Oh, so you can see right here, I have the thing prepped already. So if I turn off Boolean right there, hide that. Pop up to. There it goes. I was just prepping for like the model, I guess you can call it. I figured out what was my issue with the brush. I suppose I should probably make something from it, and I have to also finish some of the detailing here and there. But yeah, it looks pretty good. You know, I'll have to do the same thing. Close the mouth. Put a tooth there. So what I'm hoping right now is to put this final detail on this piece, and then start stitching it together. close the mouth and all that stuff. I want to probably shrink the back feet a bit. As I said before, this file is going to be just given to the person that I'm not trying to make this a final render piece. The only thing I want to final render is the head and shoulder sculpt for 3D printing. I'm going to send the file like this the way it is, so that if the person that won the contest wants to do anything more with it, it can be still modified. It's already split up. The rendering I'm going to do, when I say rendering, is the 3D print file is just going to be from the head here. So if I bring this cube again, yeah, this cube right here, bring it up. Actually, it needs to be lower than everything else, actually, now I think about it. Let me organize this real quick, actually. So my problem is here is that I don't have everything organized too well. So click this one right here, new folder, Manticore high res. I want to move everything into this sub tool here. Right, that is not the thing I want to add. Oh, I do want to add it. It is the right one. Okay, there's that one. That one. Just doing some organizing, cleaning up on the side here. All right. Okay. And apparently I have polypaint on one of them. There it goes. And then I will go ahead and move this folder up. Now I can just add this right here at the end. And I said before, if I go ahead and turn the visibility on and do my light boolean, I could have a 3D print file like this. That's kind of cool. And it would be printed kind of like this here. There might be some support material needed or might be necessary. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's kind of nice. We print support for material here, and then if I close the mouth, then the teeth will have something to rest on. And I think it'd be very minimal support material. There'd be support material here along these little hood fangs, I guess you'd call them. Hood fangs here. Man, that sucks. That's going to be annoying. Maybe I'll reduce it. Let's go. That's the power of this right here. Let me see if I could just... Whoa, not that. Maybe I'll turn the cube as well. Bring it up. I'm just kind of trying to see if there's something kind of better here. Hold on, let me duplicate this here. Duplicate. I want to keep this one down here, and then I'm going to move this other one. We'll have subtraction on. There it goes. I'm just kind of seeing what I like about it right here. I suppose this can work. Let's go ahead and see how that will do with the test. I call it test, though. If I close the mouth, so now it's lacking too much. So I'm just kind of positioning this to see kind of what I like. Not like that. I could cut off the shoulder, so that's not like the end of the world. I feel like maybe this will do nicely, actually. I could trim off the arm, so let's go ahead and just... let's go ahead. I'm going to add another subtool, or not a subtool. I'm going to add a cube here. Oh, not like that. And apparently I don't have symmetry on. Move this. So I'm just trying to tweak this here. Now you may not understand what I'm trying to do, but look, if I go to turn, not that off, this off, you can see now the shoulders are being cut into. See? Now I could, like, if I want to, I could, oop, not like that. But now if I wanted to have it this far back, I can without having the very small bit of shoulders being shown still. I think it still looks pretty menacing just like this. It doesn't have to have all three fins, and if it's flat, I suppose that could be. I think it's a bit of a too severe of a degree, maybe. So if I end up flipping this here, oh, not like that. I gotta unmask. I'm like, it's almost like a trophy thing almost. That's kind of the thing. It's kind of the issue. Like I want it to be more flat and flush. When I say flat and flush, I suppose I can rotate this like this and then bring this forward here. Because I'm thinking like a trophy, you know what I mean? You get 3D printed and it's like a head kind of thing, so that's what I'm kind of looking for here. Oh, I had symmetry on. It was warping the thing here. Whoops. That means oh, whatever. I'm over it at this point. I'll fix it later. So what I'm trying to do is enlarge this here real quick. Pull this down right here. That looks about right. Now if I go back to this here, there it goes. Now the arms are somewhat hidden. Looks like there's a little snippet here. I suppose this is just better like 3D print style wise. And see how it's this weird bend right here in the back of the whatever. It's because the cube got folded, which is fine. I'm not worried. All right, let's go to let's turn off the cube here. When I say turn off, I'm just like hiding it. All right, so I learned quite a bit from the thingamajig. When I say thingamajig, I mean like the issue I was having with my extract brush. So the issue I was having with my extract brush, I forgot to go to a part of history to be able to compare, so the software could compare the topology differences to make a proper alpha for the brush. I think I could demonstrate it properly this time. If I go to this cube here that I had before, you can see I had all this stuff right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click this here. Is it Control F here? No, Control. There it goes. Now it's highlighted this white. Now if I go to my standard brush, I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to make these random kind of things right here so I can go ahead and improve my point here. I don't want to go into too much of this here. So just kind of this weird kind of textured kind of We'll just go with that right there. I go to my extract tool here. So right now you can see that back here at the top left here, there's a white selection right there. That's I've selected in the history that I want you to compare this with the current one right now. So if I go to B, I go to my extract. I might want to do a dot. Maybe, no, let's just go ahead and do this. I'm gonna, no dog. So what I'm gonna do, I think it's G, and I'm gonna click, drag. Then it's gonna process it, it's gonna compare with the history, and now I should have a proper brush. See, look at that. Now I can essentially paint on like kind of textures. Now, this, as I said before, that was just real quick. If I make it larger, I could have larger detail here. So yeah, I could have it kind of turn. So I could bring certain details here out, press harder to bring it in. But I could basically just repeat the details I just made, and I forgot how to do it. I've been using Nomad Sculpt so much that I forgot about like how to use this feature properly. Same with the projection history feature as well. Oh shoot. That's what it is. If I want to make it longer, more complex, or have variation, I have to make sure I include that in the sculpt. So if I was to go back to the standard brush again, and I just go ahead and make like a kind of a large like cluster or something. It digs in a little too large, but whatever. This is for demonstration purposes. I can't do that to this one here because I don't have the history saved to it. But all it is a matter of just making these round kind of shapes here. Do some smaller ones right here, some grouped up ones. I don't know, just whatever. I'm going to use the pinch. B, P, I. Do it again. The thing is, the history is still selected. I could even do like little, so B. The extract one's right down here. The drag retract, I like this one right here, just the standard. Have it here. Take the brush right here, click G. It will save it. So it's comparing. Now brush here. So if I want to, I just kind of, I could do some sketching here with it, just kind of like throw some scales on. I could do some cleanup later, but I could do some overlap with them even, just to make some more variation with the scales. But yeah, that's just a quick like demonstration. Zbrush is quite nice. It's so you might be like, oh, that's cheating. You understand? In traditional sculpting, is that you can make your own stamp. What you do is you either take some clay and you have some hardened clay, and you just kind of like you harden the clay with the detail you want. You take the soft clay, make an impression of it. You have it somewhat concave, no, I mean convex, so it bows out. So you can kind of roll the stamp over. You can have a little roller too. There's silicone rollers too, if you want certain kind of textures, whether it be brick or. So this stamp thing has always been a thing, even with traditional sculpting. Okay, so unfortunately I can't get like this stuff right here. I'm just gonna have to hand do it again, and then I'm gonna just trace it. Let's do that right now, actually. Let's go ahead and hide this bloody cube here. Okay, so let me go to, I want to make this thing right now, and maybe I'll just save the brush or something. And apparently I need to raise the resolution, because the resolution is sad. It seems like apparently I have these in separate polygroups still. So I want to make the alpha, I'm going to save the alpha, and then maybe I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to Yeah, hold on. Subdivide. Why is it red here? I think it's because it was an error or something. Okay. So, still too low. Oh, I have masking on. So my problem is I still have masking on. If I do divide now it's proper. Now I think I can. There, that's better resolution. All right, cool. Now let me go ahead and take this here. So all I did was just took this brush right here and just kind of made this. What the heck? Oh my gosh, 4.3 million polygon. No thanks. It's not the end of the world, but I'm not all that keen on it. I suppose I should probably just merge these here. Merge the different limbs here and just kind of blend. I'll do that. So let me delete the higher. I'm going to duplicate. Oh no. Duplicate. Duplicate the subtool here. Hide that. Then merge this by going to data mesh. Now it's merged. You can see before and after. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this here. I think I was thinking about making the feet smaller. I'm kind of over it. Alright, that's the size of the feet that the artist submitted to me as reference. So I'm just gonna go with that. Just gonna go with that. Smooth this out, smooth that out. Actually, I don't want to smooth that part out too much since that's the bend. So I'm just adjusting some stuff. Oh, and I'm clicking Alt apparently, not Shift. I'm going to flatten this right here real quick. Just needs to do some refining right here, and then I'm going to actually use the Alt to bring this here because the knee does have that bone right there. So then smooth this out, go to this right here, continue this pattern right here. Now this is the issue because I don't have the ankle completed. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, this is for the Achilles tendon, the ankle goes here, up to here. This is interesting. Yeah, so I'm just make the ankle come to here. Then shift and smooth. So the issue is this calf here too. Calf is massive. This doesn't make too much sense because the calf, the bone should be right here. So I'm going to actually dig into it right here. Carve to me tell right here as well. So I'm going to just carve that right there. This bone, if you're familiar with anatomy at all, this should make sense. And I'm holding Alt. I think Brian Locke is a ghost. Haunting me. Not in a negative way. It's just like, it's funny because I'm like, hey, and then like nothing. It's like dead, quiet. All right, well, that's better. Then I can bring this in a bit more. The toenail is overlapping. It's not the end of the world, but Uh, but I can't be spending so much time on something. It's a contest and stuff like that, but this is like amazing as it is. As I said before, got some other things. I've spent, I think, plenty of time on these things here. It was a few. It was like a few long sessions, but you understand, like, gotta do other things. That looks better. Makes more sense. This does not make sense though. I don't know what happened here. What is this? Oh, I was pulling and stretching so that I would match what the artist submitted to me. I got what the artist wanted. I was wondering, I'm like, why is it like this? I think I might trim this down. I'm going to go off a little from what the artist had sent me for the thing. I'm going to change this a bit. I think I'm going to flatten. Let me undo this real quick, see what it looks like here. Try to determine here. I don't know. Might be because the knuckles maybe don't make much sense. I kind of feel like that what the artist did send makes more sense. Maybe I'll just leave it that way. Oh shoot, I think I went too far. Yeah, maybe that's fine right there. I don't know. Hmm. Whew. And this is quite the short one. 5:29. How long it's been? 2 hours and 14 minutes. It's about on track. I feel like one more hour maybe, but I feel like I want to take a break. It's about dinner time. Let's take a break from the back legs, let my mind rest from it. Oh shoot, that is not the shift. My shift shortcut button. I'm gonna file save this real quick. Save as. Oh, it is right set to print prep. I'm gonna call it print prep too. Sure. All right, let's go back. Oh, I didn't change my references down here. Uh, here it is. then I'll shrink this down a bit. Oh, I'm a little off the edge too. There it goes. All right, cool. I gotta bring my reference here real quick. Looks like the paws are really massive. Suppose what I can do is I could not do that. Raise it up with the move tool. Kind of like it like that. I don't know. Then I can actually, I'm going to end up widening them a little bit. Go to this here. Switch the kind of like it like that right there. And I can always adjust the thing later. I'm going to have to turn the paw right here. Then I'll just go ahead and something like that right there. Do the clay buildup. You'll hear clay buildup a lot. That's better. All right, I think right now I'm gonna probably take a break, eat something real quick, probably come back to this. I know I put final or whatever, but that might change. Final part 2. But I'm gonna take a break from this. Let me save this here. But save as print 2. So yeah, I want to take that break. I'll try to hop back on in about a couple hours or so. Hopefully this time I could finish it up. I'm gonna I could start printing. I could even print tonight with the at least one of the pieces, that third place one at least. Um, have these printed, the head and shoulder parts, the next couple of days. Um, I gotta work on my own pieces. But yeah, well, thanks for watching. It's it for a couple hours, so I'll try to hop back on, maybe 3 hours.